Alright, today I'll be showing you how to replace the end links and the Swaybar bushings to a 2003 Chevy Cavalier. This should also apply to any, or actually most Cavaliers, 205, maybe some Pontiacs, stuff like that. But I'm just going to walk you through. Most of the videos you see out there are just replacing these right here. But there's also this bushing way back here that needs to be replaced. So I'll go ahead and show you that as well. First, you obviously want to get it up on some jacks. You actually want to have the front end level when you're doing this. Go ahead and take off the tires so you can get in there and work with removing. First, we're going to be removing the end links. Actually, we'll remove both of them. So we'll start with that. Alright, so first things first, we're going to remove this end link here. This bottom screw or bottom bolt head is a 13 mil. It might be different depending on if these are already replacements or otherwise. So, and the top one for this set is some massive little link end. So I'm using a pair of Bryce grips because I don't have anything that's any bigger to kind of just latch on. So let me get this down as high as I can so I can actually latch on. It's too big. It's too big still. And come on. A little bit more. Here we go. Alright. Now we'll go ahead and just loosen this up. That's tightening. First you gotta make sure you're going the right way as well. There we go. And go ahead and just loosen it all the way up. Make sure you don't round the darn thing as you're doing it. There we go. That one's off. And now all we have to do is just kind of knock it through. I have my hammer out here. Alright, got those out. Yeah, it's a matter of getting these out of there. There we go. That one was a little easier than the other side. Still fighting with that one. Okay, now you got those out of the way. That kind of relieves the tension. Pull this out of here. That kind of relieves the tension. So now this is loose, and we can take care of the inner bushing there. Now this one, the one on the driver's side, is going to be a little more difficult. Simply because there's not really much room to work with. You might have to get in there, it looks like, with some swivel, with a swivel extension. I don't quite know what how big that, or what the size of nut you need, or socket you need. So give me a second and I'll figure that out. I've gotten them loose. I'll tell you, at least the driver's side one was a pain in the butt to get to. Passenger side, not so much. However, I still needed to use like a swivel. I'm using a 1/2 inch here. Hold on, let me move it so I can actually see what I'm showing you. Okay. Yeah. As you can see, it is on there, but there's a swivel, and well, I just knocked it off. And it is loose, so I'm going to finish trying to remove both of these. This one here, over here on the driver's side, actually had to go through. If I can pull it out, keep pulling it out, there we go. And to go through the side here, and then use that same swivel I was showing you, and it kind of had to be very careful. There it is. And show you, I'm not going to put it up there because I'm actually underneath the vehicle. But just use one of those swivels. I was using 1/2 inch. It'd probably be better if you use 3/8. You might have a little bit of room, a little more room. The only reason why I used 1/2 inch was that's the only swivel I had, so I made do with what I could get. They are 15 millimeter sockets to get those off. I would also suggest putting some PB blasters like WD-40 just to break up the little bit of corrosion and rust that's built up on those. So give me a second, I will finish up loosening those off. Alright, I'll go ahead and show you how I have it set on the driver's side here. As you can see, there's my 1/2 inch wrench, and I've got it's a 6 inch 1/2 inch extension. I'll go ahead and pull it out kind of like it's supposed to be. And it kind of sits like this. Got that swivel, and that is a really small extension. It's probably like a 2 inch extension, and then the socket. Now this is a 1/2 inch. I would probably recommend using a 3/8 because it's a little smaller and you can probably manipulate it a little better. But again, like I said, this is the only thing I had at the time. Alright, so now we are loose. All you have to do is reach in, grab the bolt out. Now the second part to this is I have to do, I wish I could get in there without having to get my hands in the way. I'll probably show you better on the other side. But loosen this up, and then all you have to do is pull up. Actually, just move the Swaybar back. There's that loose. All you have to do is should just be able to shimmy it out of there, because all it is held in by a piece of metal. The front end of it is kind of like a latch. There you go. Yeah, pulled in like a latch like that. All we'll do is pull that straight out. It sits like that. And then all you have that is that bushing left. Let's go ahead and sorry, this is a little harder doing it one-handed. And all you have to do is just pull that bushing out. I'll show you a little better on the other side, because that one I can actually position this in a different way. Alright, let's try this again. Now all you have to do is I'd actually just use the Swaybar to kind of just lift it up out of the way. Then go ahead, as you can see, you just have to lift that up and out of the way. And there you go. There's that. There's the bracket. Now all you have to do is get the bushing out of there. Go ahead, and you've got that one little spot that's kind of cut through, so just when you can shimmy it out of there, just pop that old one off. If I can get to it. There it goes. There we go. Got the other one off. And there we are. There's the old bushing. It's giving her a bit of knocking noise, so I should replace these. I'm actually using Moogs. The number for them for this in particular one is the K6650 2003 Chevy Cavalier. You're going to need to know the diameter of the sway bar. This one in particular has a 19 millimeter sway bar. Now it's probably going to be a little different depending on the year of your vehicle, but I would definitely go in there with a pair of calipers and measure the sway bar diameter, and then go from there. The K6650s are the 19 millimeter sway bar links, or sway bar bushings, I'm sorry. Now I'd probably clean some of this off here real quick, because you're also going to want to apply some, probably preferred to use some silicone grease or white lithium grease, just to give it some protection. Try to get some of that PB blaster I threw in there earlier. Just clean that all up. Go ahead and spray the inside of that, and go ahead and just coat that. Now we saw that this right here lining, go ahead and face it backwards. And it's going to be a little bit more difficult because these things are actually more rigid than the other ones. Trying to figure out my plan of attack here. Hold on. There it goes. All right. Okay. That's one. Now the other. This one didn't take that much longer. Okay. Now, we've got them semi in place. Silicone or white lithium grease in there as well. Go ahead and just stick this back in there. Seems it doesn't want to cooperate again today. And then just stick it back in its socket. You gotta find it. There she is. And then align the bushing with it. Alright, there's one in place. And then repeat. Find it again. There we go. That one's in place. Now you just have to bolt those back down. Minute ago. There we go. That one's on. This one's going to take a little bit more time than the others. I am using the swivel as kind of like a mounting point just to get some type of leverage to twist it. And it is working when it stays on the bolt head. And I don't drop it. So, well, let me go and fish it and I will show the finished product in just a second. Alright, now that one is tight. So what we're going to do next is actually put on the end links. These are, look at the box, case, was that right? Yeah, K6600s. This is for the 2003 Chevy Cavalier. I don't know if there's a different part number, but it comes in a bag similar to this with all the hardware you'll ever need for at least one side. You're going to have to get two sets. So let's get us started here. First, take the bolt, and you will now see, where is it? And take one of those, stick it down there, and take one of the bottom pieces, or one of the rubber grommet type things, stick it down in there. Next one, hold on, I'm gonna double check myself as well. Where'd those darn things go? There's that. Okay, next one. Thing you'll do is actually just stick it up in there. And let's sit like that. Then you will take, I believe it's one of these. Nope, wrong. Take one of these, stick it down in on the bolt again. As I'm getting my head in the way, sorry about that. Stick it down there like so. Put one of those washers sticking down where the domed side is facing down towards the first one here, like that. Now, it'll come with a spacer down there. Next one, oops, there's a spacer. I guess we don't need the spacer. Oh yeah, we did, never mind, losing my mind. Then we'll take that, put the next one down with the domed side, or the, was it the concave side facing up. You will take the next one, and you'll see that little notch, this little dimple, face that upwards, like so. And then you will stick this down on top of that. And then the next one of these goes on there. Oh, nope, wrong again. Like so. There we go. Jack this up just a little bit. You're gonna compress that spring just a little bit. And what that will do is actually even this out to where you can put this on, that on. Now it shows it's a little bit more, so I'm going to push it up a little bit more. Should be able to push it down a little bit and stick that on there. Keep going, I guess. Alright, and probably just a little bit of a hammering on the bottom there. I'll actually push that up. And you've got enough room. God, I'm doing horrible at holding things today. It is a bit cold too, so. And just gotta thread that on there. Well, let's go ahead and try to cinch it down on there. Just go the other way. This might get it started the correct way, or it won't. For future reference, for some reason I had it in my head that that little dome part goes on the inside. It does not, so just put it on flat like that. I believe how it's got it set up here is it actually locks it in once you get it all the way in. So just go ahead and tighten this all the way down. Once it tightens up, then you're pretty much good to go. This is was supposed to be a simple project. As you can see, the sun is actually going down now. It's a little dimmer than it was when I started. I've been working on this for a couple hours now, so I'll go ahead and just tighten this up a bit. Wrong way. Okay. There we go. That is tightened down, and you can probably tighten it down a little bit more. I'm actually trying to get the tripod off my lap here, but that's pretty much it. Just tighten it all the way up and you should be good to go after this.